I've often been a bit kind of squeamish of that.
What?
Squeamish of it. Like, I'm not sure. I'm not convinced that it works.
Oh.
But obviously, yeah, obviously I know it does because you know. All right.
Yeah. So far, so good.
Oh, this tree's a bit of a shit bag, isn't it? Hey? Yeah.
There we go, we made it to the branch.
You all right?
Yeah. Are you alright?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, you ready?
Totally ready, man. I'm like so ready it hurts. Kidding. Yeah, I'm really picky on spikes. I
Yeah.
had an old pair of Buckingham like aluminum caps, and I actually quite like them. They're just heavy as. But ever since like I started going with Michael, I've been using the Kiwi climbers.
Yeah.
So now I'm spoiled. And my new pair finally showed up. Like we paid for them in like October, and they finally just showed up 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Because it was one of those Kickstarter campaigns, right? You know they take forever.
Yeah.
So I was quite happy.
Right, you ready?
What are you doing?
Just move my lanyard up.
Yep. I'll move one foot.
Is that all right?
Yep. Next foot. Or next. Yep. Next side. There you go.
Cool.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good job, Charlie. You're moving along really well. Just try to lean forward a bit more and give your rope a bit more of a flip when you do go.
Yeah, it's because it's a soft core. It's a bit.
Yeah.
It's a bit more difficult to rough.
In big trees, it's easier if you give it like a wave.
Yeah.
Watch Reg Coates on spur climbing. Recently that really helped me.
Yeah.
He's actually an English dude that moved to BC.
Fair enough.
Canada.
Right.
Great, so get your pulley saver.
Pulley saver, friction saver.
Or friction, yeah, that there.
So how does this actually go first? Do I get myself attached first and then come and get you?
Mm-hmm.
Is that the better idea?
Definitely.
Yeah, so I want it to go.
The theory behind it is like you don't want another casualty, right? So I'm just sitting here chilling. So you're going to install this piece over the branch.
Over the branch. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
Like that.
Mm-hmm. You can even scooch up just a hair and then you have a bit more to play. Just because it swells right here, right?
Yeah.
So that's fine. So take your rope, take your end. Yep, so undo that knot. Very good. Are you filming?
Yeah.
Very cool.
I think so. Is it flashing?
Yes, it is.
Cool.
Very good. Yep.
And do the small one. And then a bow line and stop a knot.
Mm-hmm. Yep, you're just attaching that to yourself.
Yeah. And you give this a bit more tail. spare.
Nice. That was slick. Selfie. Did I get?
Did you get one? Did you?
Yeah, I did. Actually, it's actually really good when you look really concentrated. I like it.
I always do.
But you don't have like a dumb face.
Well, I don't
when
know.
I'm running machinery, like especially in like an excavator or something,
Yeah.
I literally am running the joysticks. I do this,
Yeah, so do I.
and people are like, "You look fucking stupid." I'm like, "Thanks. I do a good job though, don't I?" Well,
Right.
yeah, but you just look retarded doing it. I was like, "You can't say that."
That's me on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. So then, what you want to do is you want to be able to load that system.
Okay.
So scooch it
That's
up as
why
high
it's-
as you
yeah.
can and get it nice in tension. Right. Very good. And so then what you're going to do, make sure that knot binds really nicely. You're going to start slacking off on your opposite system.
What do you mean?
So you're going to like...
Did I just take this one off because it's not actually doing anything?
Yeah, you pretty much can, but you don't do that until you're into this one. Because that's your
Okay.
fail-safe, right?
Okay.
So leave that one on,
Yeah.
load this one.
Okay.
You make sure it holds, right?
Yeah.
Alright, then you need to come get me. So you can come back up, you're happy with that, it loads.
Yeah.
And step back onto there. You don't always have to do that. If you know it's right, you know it's right, but just for
Okay,
your own
cool.
sake. So then you need to get me onto you.
Okay.
So remember for
Yeah,
that.
it's bridge to bridge, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so can I,
So you're
like I
going to need to
said...
step up a bit.
Okay.
So you're going to need to move your orange line up so it doesn't get stepped on.
Can I take this one off, do you
I think so, yes. If you're happy with how that is operating, you're totally fine to drop that.
Okay, cool. Because it's just going to get in the fucking way otherwise.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's the bit that I get confused with most. It's just so many bloody bits of...
Yeah.
So many
Yeah,
bloody
you
bits of rope.
just leave it on until you're into that next system, right? Because I mean, you always have your lanyard as a backup,
Yeah.
which you're in mainly anyways.
Yeah.
But it's good to leave it on there just until you're like totally happy with how that is operating.
Because if I can just take this off. One less thing to worry about then, isn't it?
I actually might scoot around to your... Was that your left side? It's this way?
Yeah, my left side, yeah.
Okay, because once you get that rope off, I'll scoot around and then that'll be easier for me to... Well, it doesn't really matter, but yeah. Because you have another prusik, don't you?
I have got, yeah, one here, spare one
What
there.
you're going to need to do is you're going to need to attach me to you,
Yeah.
and then also put a bridge above your bowline knot, I think. Yeah. It's like when you do it... So essentially the only thing you've done differently is put that K-beam saver in, right?
Yeah.
So when you're doing my system's compromised, you just need to get me onto you. So that bridge to bridge is going to be a backup, but you don't want to really load that unless it's an absolute emergency. But you want to get me onto that system, right? So
Okay.
you're just going to need to set up a prusik. So
In
you need to
here.
attach me to you.
Yep.
First, which we'll do momentarily. Okay. Here's me.
Mhm.
Look at that side load, that's really bad. Just because it's opening up. Yep.
Like that.
Right, and then, so we're generally going to want another prusik for our bridge to bridge, right?
Okay.
So you can take that equipment off me, unless you already have another one.
Okay.
Um,
What? So, Okay.
So your bridge to bridge, what you can do for a simple fact
Oh, I
is...
see what you mean, bridge to bridge. Oh, I can understand.
Yep, so you can girth hitch that around your ring if you want.
Yeah.
Yep.
Just like that.
Yep. Or if you need a bit longer, yep, that works fine.
And then
right?
just onto you there.
Yep.
Oh, so you've got like a double connection thing, really, haven't you?
Yeah, exactly.
Cool.
So you get loaded in there nicely.
Okay.
And then we'll make sure that I bind onto you. So I'm going to come down, yeah. How far do I have to go? A little bit. Oh, where's that fucking noggin? That's maybe a little problem. So I'm just going to disconnect this for a second because
Okay,
it'd be a bit funny, see?
over, yeah.
So that was, I think that
Should you do
might
the
have
same
been
with
me.
the other one?
Yeah. Eventually I'm just going to disconnect that anyways.
Yeah.
But just for me, for the sake of moving down. So I'm almost in this. So what I'm actually going to do, try to make this as short as you possibly can, because then we're not running into this problem.
Okay.
Because I'm constantly having to go down.
Okay.
Oops. Unless you need things longer.
Generally keep them shorter.
Yeah.
That's why they do the plastics that are so fucking tiny you can't use them for anything.
Right, so I am happily loaded into you now.
Okay.
Right, so I'm just gonna detach this because I'm happy coming down with you.
Famous last words.
Yep.
Especially when your plastic slips a bit like mine.
Okay.
Yeah.
So are we happy with me hanging off you now?
Yeah, yeah.
So I'm going to detach my lanyard, or else it's just going to be a pain in the ass. And that's fine. And then just make sure you clip it back to your casualty so whoever's on the floor doesn't get it in the teeth.
Okay.
And now we're going to go down.
Cool. Any specific way or just as it is?
Just go down. Just try to keep your feet against the tree, so straighten your feet out.
You're in the way.
Good. I can switch sideways if you'd like, but we can both walk down. Okay, I'm just going to move this leg over. I don't usually let go butt or balls or any of those beans. Here we go. That's really good. So you see how I'm protected now? You're using your body to space me away from the tree?
Yeah.
Yeah. And if you find that I'm flapping about, I'll show you on the floor before we detach. If you really want to get fancy before we come down, which I don't think you probably ever will be, but you can just take your lanyard
And throw it around you.
Yeah, put it around me.
Yeah, that's what I do when I'm in the tree.
Awesome. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah, it's much easier when it's in the tree though. It's just because there's so many ropes around, that's all.
Yeah. But then you start taking them off anyways, right? So.
Yeah. Well, that's why I was going to say, because I didn't know, because I was just keeping my lifeline in, and not really kind of like that one.
Oh, so you're leaving it on, and then that's what was confusing you.
Yeah, just because there's so many ropes that was going, because I was like basically having to deal with 3 ropes at the same time, and trying to have to kind of figure out which one was which. Yeah, that was yours. Cool.
Yeah, so like once you've loaded that new system, it's totally fine to just release it.
Yeah.
Or release the old one when you don't need it